we're looking at today is the 19th century trade union movement. At the outset, there were concerns that if you allowed trade unions to exist, this would give too much power to the workers, the employees, and that the employers would be put at a great disadvantage if their employees could all gather together. And so this is part of the AQA GCSE history Pound People topic on 19th century trade unions. However, the industrialized system that we had set up had created an imbalance of power to the employer. And in a sense, whereas traditionally work had been done on the basis of land you owned, or the artisan craft that you had pursued, whether it's being a weaver or a spinner, or whatever it was that you had learnt as your trade. Now people were part of large factories, and the power seems to be with the employer, and people are now employees in a large scale for the first time in history. And so in these situations, it is quite reasonable that some safeguards need to be put in place for the employee. And trade unions are a reasonable accommodation to that reality. And it's quite interesting that in Britain, this desire for trade unions was very much something associated in the early days with the Methodist Church. The Methodist Christians saw that actually the working class were suffering from very bad working conditions and pay that wasn't really commensurate with the work that they were doing. And so, and the same with the Labour Party. The Labour Party was started by people who were from the church, and even to this day, the Labour Party has a large number of church members in it, even in the cabinet. This is not necessarily the case in continental Europe, where socialism has been more associated with secularism, being outside of the province of the church. And so in British trade union movement, there's much more of a Christian emphasis. Having said that, Annie Besant, who's the person that we study in this particular unit, she doesn't have such a Christian view. She actually has rejected Christianity, so it would be fair to say there's a mixture there. But certainly Christians felt it was important to protect the working people. Well, thank you for listening.